Alright guys, so I got the Zino Pro Plus out again today, and it's a pretty windy day here, as you can tell. I'm in a parking lot. I'm just trying to kind of train myself over here a little bit, get a little more time with the drone. I got a couple paranormal investigations coming up that I want to use this on, and I think that it's a good idea that I learn how to do the sport mode. I've never really played around too much with the sport mode, but now I want to, because I've got a lot of high wind here today, so I think it's kind of important that I learn how to play around with it. So I've got everything recording here. We're just going to kind of see how good or bad I can do here. So I'm not going to take it up super high, because like I said, it is pretty windy out, but I just want to see how much trouble I can get into and not get into with this. So it's pretty responsive, as you can tell. I do like that. With the wind and stuff out, it does have a little bit of a delay when you want to stop and hover. So we're going to try to troll it around here just a little bit. Kind of see where my bearings are at here. That's not even full beans. So let's get a full beans hit. Here we go. There's full beans straight. Back it up. Bring it back full beans. And I had to raise it up just a little bit. Because what it does when you go full beans, it likes to dip down, and obviously that's the relation from the aircraft to the ground. What it does, it dips down in the front to align the propellers properly to get the speed that you need. So that's what the drone is doing. There you can see my truck there in the background. Kind of go over a little closer to it. And this is again sport mode, so it's gonna run a little bit faster. Now, one thing I wanted to see here, you can see I'm really close to this pole here, and as you can tell, we don't have the toilet bowl drift too much anymore. I did a firmware update on this thing here. It seems to be working really well, and it's a lot more stable. And like I said, I've got some pretty decent wind out, and it's not all the time, but I'm getting gusts of roughly about 15-20 mile an hour, which this drone should easily be able to handle that, and so far it's not letting me down. I kind of lost a little bit of confidence in this thing a while back when I took it on an investigation to a fairly haunted place called Bobby Mackey's, and I had a little bit of a problem with it. So that's one thing that I was kind of a little concerned about. Now I've got a warning here on the screen. I kind of missed the warning. I didn't see what it was. Looks like the battery's getting kind of low, 40%. So I won't go too crazy here, but I do want to kind of stretch its legs just a little bit more, kind of play around with it, quit talking so much, just kind of see, you know, what it'll do, what it won't do. Now see, I had to kind of raise it up there pretty quick, because what it was doing was it was going, you know, close to the floor there. Those are things that I've got to personally learn myself. Now this is more of a cinematic drone, so it's going to be good for shots and stuff like that. It's not your typical, let me fly inside of a building real fast. It doesn't do that stuff. But it does have some decent speed to it. And as you can tell, it's pretty stable. Today's glitches that I have to work on now is my gimbal. So yeah, guys, that's just what I'm out here doing with this today. A little short video. I'm kind of messing around with the Tello here a little bit too. I've got a used Tello that I'm working on, trying to get it working for small things that I want to do and kind of play around with, maybe messing around in the yard, that kind of thing. But I'm having a problem with the motors. It wants to basically crash every time that I open it up. So we're charging it right now while we're out here playing with the Zino. And again, I'm just kind of learning my routine here, learning what the drone can do, what it can't do, kind of reintroducing a lot of this stuff to myself. I got real hot and heavy in this thing a while back, and then I just kind of set it down. I wish I wouldn't have done that, because I really like the drone, but it's just one of those things that, you know, you kind of lose your focus on after a while when something happens. So just kind of where I'm at, guys. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and I'm going to see if I can land it right on the truck hood. It's going to be a little bit of a difficult landing for me, so I'm going to kind of walk with it as we go here. And that's something that I've always been interested in trying to do, is these real meticulous flight patterns here. So I want to kind of see if I can do this. This is a high interest of mine, and I know it's just me, but you know, I might personally have a need for that. So that's something I want to kind of get used to. So this is going to be a manual landing. I just want to see if I can do it. So we got a pretty decent amount of wind here. As you can look at the tree there, you can kind of see. And rise up here a little bit where you can kind of get a better view. You got a pretty decent amount of wind here. So this is going to be a difficult landing for me. Here we go. Now it wants to drift to the right just a little bit because that's the way the wind is blowing. Let's let it settle and try to get him to come down real slow here. See if maybe I can make the landing. And again, the wind likes to push me pretty good, so it's pushed me pretty far off course now. To see if maybe I can get lined back up here. I want to try to land on the hood if I can, but if I can't do the hood, maybe the top of the cab, that'd be fine too. Now again, the wind is really fighting me hard here. Get it lined up and I'll just go for it. There we go. Yeah. So that's a pretty good landing, guys. Guys, so this is what I'm talking about here. Look at the wind here on the trees. I mean, you can hear it coming in on the mic. I got pretty good gusts here. Let me show you how I landed. It's not exactly where I wanted to land, but it's good enough. So let me turn you around. There you go, guys. I was aiming more towards the center there. I didn't want to get too close to the antenna over there, but I'll take it. It landed perfect. It landed good. Once I lined up on it, I just went for it. So you can do some meticulous things with this drone. And again, that's one of the things I'm learning here. So I'll show you my controller here. As you can see, I got it set on sport mode right now. Just turn it back because I don't like to keep it on that. For my cinematic shots and stuff, I don't typically run it on that. But I had this whole parking lot here. I know you didn't see all the footage here. It's kind of boring. I'm just going around everything here. I kind of weaving in and out of these light poles here. And I've got the sun right there. So it's really hard for me to see. What I was doing was going down here a little ways, and I had a little bit of a better view. And I got a pretty good feel for how the sport mode works, so I'm pretty happy with that. As my experience level rises, I'll get a little bit better at things. But this is kind of where I want to be at right now. Again, I haven't had it out for a while. I lost a little bit of confidence when I went to an investigation and crashed it. For those of you that don't know, I have a paranormal team as well, and we have a second channel, and we went to an investigation at Bobby Mackey's in northern Kentucky, and I wanted to get some drone shots, so I took the drone. I got close to the building. Everything was powered up. Everything was just freshly charged, the whole 9 yards. Good satellites. I think I had, I don't know, you'd have to watch the video, maybe 15 satellites or 17 satellites, whatever it was. I don't even remember. But it got close to the building and it fell out of the air. It broke a bunch of propellers and stuff. Didn't really do anything else, just kind of scuffed the drone up a little bit. But it really shook my confidence in the drone itself, because I really like this drone and I talked about it really heavy, and I haven't had any problems. I've had, I don't know, at least 20 flights before then, so I was feeling pretty good. Well, we went there and I kind of got my bubble busted a little bit, so I've been slow to getting it back out, and I'm trying to learn the things that I kind of skipped over before, because I considered myself kind of an intermediate as far as flying a drone. This time I kind of went back to the basics. So I'm learning things, I think, the way that I probably should have from the beginning. And I'm just going to kind of take it at that level here, take my time. Because again, I love the drone. It's a fantastic drone. I don't have the money to buy a DJI. I wish I did, because those are really good and really easy to use. But the Hubsan is really a good drone as well. It's got a good gimbal in it. It doesn't do that toilet bowl. Now it did there for a minute. I got a firmware update and all of a sudden it started doing the toilet bowl thing. I don't know what that was all about. Something wasn't jiving well with it somewhere. But now I recently downloaded a fresh firmware update, and a lot of that stuff stopped. So yeah, we're gonna keep going with it. You're gonna see more of it. I'm gonna try to bring it out more. Even when I get the cars and stuff out, maybe I'll get some aero shots or something. I just want to kind of get a little more hands-on with it before I get real in-depth with things that I wanted to do with it. So I did have big plans for it. I still have big plans for it, but I just want to make sure that my level of confidence and ability are matching. So yeah, now we're going to switch over to the Tello here. It should be charged enough to see. Maybe we can see what the hell's going on with this damn thing. I don't know. Let's check it out. Okay, so I got the screen recorder running here. I figured that would be the best way to do this. As you can see, that's me right there, kind of messing around with this. So we're going to set it on the ground over here. Actually, I think I'm going to do the fling and fly mode. So let me figure out where that's at. There we go. Throw and go, or whatever they call that. Okay, so now it's got the motors going. Whoa. Okay, that's not doing so well, is it? Let's try if I land it. Wow. Yeah, that damn thing, wow. What in the hell is going on with that? Okay, so we're just going to leave everything recording here, guys. Going to try to maybe do a couple different things. So what it's doing right now is it is kind of going in circles. So maybe I'm going to try to switch the blades around here. Now, I supposedly have the blades on correctly, but that don't really mean a whole lot. This is coming from somebody to me, so it's not new. This is used. So what I'm going to do, just kind of switch these blades around here a little bit. See if maybe that does anything for it. I don't know that it will, but I don't know that it won't either. So just going to give it a shot, see what it does. I'd love to get this thing figured out, because I like using smaller drones on paranormal investigations, or just small locations I want to do a little bit of filming at. So yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do now is showing me that it's got a low battery, which is weird because I charged. Okay, so now we're going to try the Tello again. See if we can get something going on this thing. I don't know why, but it's not showing. Yeah, I don't know why the camera isn't working. That's another thing. It's just really weird. Whatever. So let's do the throw and go again. See if maybe I can get this thing to work. And I got a feeling it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. Okay, that didn't do anything. Okay, so let's try it one more time. See if we can get it to do anything at all. I'm kind of waiting for the wind to die down just a touch. Navigation system error, let's see. IMEI, I don't know what that's all about. Let's try to take it off from the ground. See what that's all about. Okay, so it's kind of working now. It's just doing some weird BS. See if I can get some calibration going on here. I know you got to be quick about this. It's kind of running away from me there, and now it's stabling out. Okay, so maybe it just needed to calibrate. I don't know. Okay, I got to get it back here. See where this thing's going. Whoa, it's really taking off on me. So it actually landed over here. I was a little concerned that it wouldn't, considering that my truck is way over there. We're gonna get it back to the truck, and I mean, it did fly, and once I did the calibration, it seemed like it was doing better, but there's still more to work on with this thing here. I don't know exactly what it's doing. I'm gonna give it one more shot once I get out here to where I can kind of control it a little bit and see what it's doing. So I'm on another location here, and I've given this Tello quite a few tries here to figure out what's wrong. Let me turn you around and show you what it looks like now. So I've scuffed up my blades and all that kind of stuff here. They're still usable, as you can tell, but I've updated the firmware. I've changed everything out. It still looks like one of my motors is cocked, like this one here, but I don't know what to do about that. Everything's pretty much in line. I don't know why it's off the way it is. I didn't even change that motor out, so I don't know. I think I'm going to put this one back on the shelf for a while and give it a little more thought. Maybe I can find another used one and kind of piece it together or something. I don't know. These things are pretty reliable, but the one that I got here, somebody's done something to it that I don't know what they've done. So until I figure that out, it's just gonna have to sit on the shelf for now. It's pretty unfortunate, but you know, I'll get another small drone eventually that will replace this. I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on drones. It's pretty windy out here. I don't fly on that much, so it doesn't really work for me to buy something that's $200 or $300 or more. So that's kind of where I'm at, but we'll keep plugging away on this. Anybody has any ideas, I'm open ears here. I'm interested to know what you think. The last one I had here did phenomenal, so I don't know if I just had a good one or what. I don't know, but this one here is definitely not doing the trick. So we're gonna think on it a little bit, do a little more research. Maybe there's something I'm missing, and go from there. So maybe I'll print a new body or something for it. Maybe it's just all out of line. I don't know. We'll check it out, guys.
Here we go again.